to Invest Insights. I'm Abby Maloney. I'm joined today by Kathy Humphrey, the president of Carlow University. Thank you for joining me today, Kathy.
Thank you for having me, Abby. I'm very happy to be with you.
Education has never had to be more innovative than it's been over the past couple of years. One of these innovative ideas has been the concept of stackable certificates. How is this concept creating more workforce-ready young professionals? And what other creative methods are you implementing to ensure this?
Abby, we are in a time now where our industry is changing rapidly and daily. And one of those changes is stackable degrees. That now, just so everyone with us is aware of what that concept means, it's simply you gain certificates on your way to gaining a full degree. And so you stack certificates, which gives you an expertise in a specific area that you literally could take and go and work with immediately, or you could choose to continue on to get another certificate that would lead on to an entire four-year degree. I do believe that's the wave of the future because many individuals are no longer wanting to wait the entire full 4 years to gain access to the workforce. And so this is a new way not really new because we've been doing these kinds of things a long time, but this is a more creative way, I would say, of how we in higher education are moving forward to help prepare the workforce of the future. The other interesting phenomenon around this is that because the workforce is changing and because the needs of the workforce are changing, being able to prepare people quickly to get into positions is now become very important to all of us.
Collaboration between academia, the private sector, and communities is now commonplace. What impact is that having on Carlow University, and what creative approaches are you taking to differentiate Carlow in this new dynamic?
Higher education is now in a space where partnering with corporations and the community and other entities has become crucial. We are all working together for the same common goals, and that is to have a strong workforce. One of those examples that Carlow is currently engaged in is a partnership with Highmark Whole Care. That is a partnership that we have been fortunate to create a certificate that will upskill their employees. Actually, the corporation has given to us the courses that they want their students to take to complete the certificate. And not only have they given us the courses, but we have worked together to recruit the students. We have worked together to make sure the students are having a full experience. And at the end of the year, those students will walk away with a certificate from Carlow University that really was designed by their employer.
You launched your 2019-2025 five-year strategic plan just before this pandemic hit, with an emphasis on applying imagination to strategic thinking, which seems somewhat prescient in hindsight, given the events of the last couple of years. How has that plan evolved under the circumstances, in essence, if not in content? And what has been the clear example of applying imagination to your strategic thinking around the plan?
So that plan began before I came to Carlow. And usually a president will come in and they'll throw the strategic plan up in the air and start all over. But when I examined the plan, I clearly made the decision that this is a good plan. It is a plan that will take us to where we want to go as an institution. So what we did was we began to look at how could we create how could we make the plan real? How could we materialize those goals and make sure that we got to the finish line that were established with that strategic plan? So we've done a lot of things with that plan currently. We created about 32 outcomes that we're going to try to accomplish that will lead us to that actual outcome. One of those outcomes is the creation of our capital transformation campus plan, which is how we plan to renovate an entire area of our campus so that we better meet the needs of the community. by creating a larger early learning system, early learning program, which is a desperate need for Oakland right now for more childcare, an area that will provide us an opportunity to teach our students at the top of our license, at the same time meet the needs of the community, so that currently the 90 babies that we have on wait list, we might be able to accommodate some of them, that we are looking at ways that we can create a new health science building that will provide our graduate students more housing opportunities. So all of that is what we are looking at as we think about creating our future, but all of that has come underneath our strategic plan. Not only that is, how do we build strength in our employees? Everybody is trying to really think about how do we really keep our employees engaged, and how do we really make sure that we are meeting their needs in a way that helps them to really not be a part of the Great Resignation, but be a part of the great commitment to our institution. And that has a lot to do with us talking with them and learning from them and hearing what they believe is important, so that we can implement those plans and those processes to make the workplace an even better place for them to thrive in.
And finally, what are some unique ways that you are fostering creative thinking across Carlow University moving forward?
So for me, creativity is about a vision. It's first about a vision of where you believe you need to be. And then it's about how do I engage others to join that vision? And that vision is what ultimately leads you to really meeting the demands of your students, of your faculty, of your staff. And so, how do I really get people engaged in a vision that they really believe will make something incredible happen for our students and for our staff, for our community, is really how I try to get people to think creatively. I try to get people not to be limited by their current resources, but to think as broadly and as widely as they can. And then we can always shrink down the idea to match our resources. But initially, what I try to do is get people to get past what they think and to where they think we could be, not using our status quo to limit our possibilities. So that would be first. And then what I try to get people to do is not to be afraid of experimenting. Oftentimes we are too afraid to try some new things because they didn't work before. But the reality is, if you can encourage people to step out of the boat, to get to be okay with not knowing where their second foot is going to land, but just having the surety that if they do sink, we'll come by and reach and get them and pick them back up. So not being afraid to fail, I think, is a real key to creativity. I think it was Edison that said that he failed 1,000 times before he made the first light bulb. So I don't have 1,000 times, but I have many times in order for us to get to a greater Carlow, a greater space, a greater plan, because ultimately our job is to transform lives. And when your job is to transform lives, you cannot be totally risk adverse.
Well, thank you again. That was Kathy Humphrey, the president of Carlow University. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to hear more CEOs and thought leaders share their opinions and advice on the current business climate. Until next time, I'm Abby Maloney for Invest Insights. Thank you for tuning in.